And so what you're going to see by the end of 2025, mid 2026, is AI is going to grow arms and legs and going to be able to go out on the internet and actually do things for you.
What's the term you use to describe, I don't know if it's a type of AI or form of AI where you said you could have, you know, AI like cold calling people for you or setting appointments for you and booking,
Agentic
calling.
behavior,
What?
agents.
Say that again for me.
Agentic behavior, or an agent, is going to be hooked up to the internet, and it will be pre-taught how to deal with certain things. So you might imagine hotels.com wants to be in the mix when people are planning their vacations. So they'll put together something that knows how to navigate hotels.com, or that maybe has direct API access to hotels.com, and they'll want to hook that into the GPTs that everybody is using. And so this idea of agentic behavior is, first you ask it to make a plan. I want to go to Italy this summer with my wife and my 2 kids. And then it's going to ask you follow-up questions to say, okay, June, July, August, what are you thinking? What's the budget? And then it'll be able to make a plan all itself, okay? $10,000, Italy, July, 4 people. So we're going to need a hotel, we're going to need a car, we're going to need sightseeing, we're going to need all those things. And then the agent behavior is, okay, I need a hotel, and hotels.com built me a thing that knows how to order hotels. So I give it a very specific command, order me a hotel for Italy in July, here's my budget, and it will do that. And then Avis Car Rental has one for car rentals, and then, ItalyTours.com or somebody has one for sightseeing and those kind of things. And so what you're going to see by the end of 2025, mid 2026, is AI is going to grow arms and legs and going to be able to go out on the internet and actually do things for you.
Last thing, you mentioned you saying that basically, people have the question of is AI going to replace me and stuff like that. But you mentioned something that, like, man, it kind of makes sense. Like, if you're doing it right, if you're using it right, it can change your life. Like, if you run a business and you're a solo entrepreneur, you can have AI working for you in every facet of that business that handles your marketing, handles your sales with the cold calling, handles everything. Like, do you think like the people who can get that first, who understand that, are going to be the ones who win out here?
Yeah, so if you were to go back to like 1825, right, and you are a skilled knife maker, and then you encounter a machine that can stamp out knife blades, you would say, well, gosh, that's going to take my job. And in some ways, you're right. There's not that many knife makers anymore. But the guy who figured out how to make knives using a big machine and can stamp out 1 million of them a year, that's Henry Ford. And we're at that kind of a transition point right now, where I think a lot of people who say it's going to take my job, well, it might take your job, but is that necessarily a bad thing? What if you were its manager? What if you told it, here's my job, do it for me, and then I'm going to resell that value that's created? That's kind of the way and the path forward, I think, for a lot of people.